Previously on Defenders of the Dicey-Verse. Escaping from pirates? Easy. But escaping from a heavily armed military dreadnought? Also easy, it seems. Here I was, expecting a space battle across the stars. Anticlimactic, really. Could it be that this crew is more capable than expected? Unlikely.
As we return to the crew of the Bear Arms, you're drifting across in the vastness of space towards the broken mining vessel. So you guys are heading off to various locations. What are you guys doing as you drift across?
I'll be heading straight to the med bay to get any, not just medical supplies, but any equipment we can repurpose. That's where I'm going to go immediately. And I'll assume, because we've done this so many times, that my crew, they know exactly what their jobs are.
Fantastic, love that.
Yes, I'm going to the cargo area to collect any equipment, weapons, things like that they have.
Great.
If I could get some
No, we've done this many times. You're going up to the bridge.
No, but you, I will.
Are you drunk? Oh my god, guys, he's drunk. How much did you have before we left? You were fine, and now it's been 10 seconds and you're drunk.
What's the same?
Brunk, are you capable?
No, I think we need to have a conversation with the crewlings so they stop supplying the alcohol, because I've been throwing lots of it out, and somehow it keeps reappearing.
So have I.
Well, they keep making it. That's why it's...
Making it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got some kind of operation. I don't
They
know.
tried to make it in the jar that my brain is in.
There's
Yeah,
an underground
make it
alcohol
in the
operation
jar.
on my ship.
My ship.
It's not underground, it's pretty obvious. You open up a cupboard, there's mostly alcohol.
Unbelievable.
Paprika, there was the...
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the reactor core and try and sort out the capacitors there.
Wonderful.
See if I can
I'll take
get it back
one.
on phone.
No.
You go to the bridge.
So you're going to the bridge. So there's actually no discussion. You're going to the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're all in
We're all saying
agreement.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, you go to the bridge, like you always go to the bridge.
What about you, Big Red? What are you gonna do?
He's coming with me.
I am big, I am red, I do cargo. And as you drift towards the airlock, you land. You're able to bypass with your tech ability and Big Red's massive arms as rockets propel from his knuckles to wedge open the door. You enter, slam shut behind you. As you're drifting through the empty corridors,
What's visibility?
Visibility?
Can I see it? What's it?
all of your oxygen suits have torches on them, so you're just viewing via torchlight now. As you land, you make your way through the corridor. Roll me a perception check.
That's a natural 20.
Natural 20.
I perceive everything.
He was getting a lot of fours with this
This is,
side.
he told me that it was weighted to 4, so it can be everything.
As you land, you immediately look around the empty corridors and you see they are not as empty as you were expecting, as something is drifting directly towards you. You pull yourself back, and in your torchlights, all of you see as a corpse drifts past, its body bloated and frozen from the icy cold of space. Its lifeless eyes staring at you, its bones locked in place. It just drifts past.
I spin it.
What species?
Spins. Some sort of offshoot of a human, not dissimilar to your friend here, to the captain. However, these guys have clearly got some sort of almost like lizard-like eyes.
Okay, guess that's Maxwell. Malcolm.
Fascinating. What do you think could lock them up like that? Is that natural?
What, like bloat them?
No, bloating is normal, but the locking, is that looks a little not normal.
No, I
Head.
asked the medic over here. I'd assumed it was, the lack of oxygen,
Well, maybe, I
frozen
don't know,
space.
that's why I'm asking. The med?
Can I do
Captain?
100% you can. I'll allow you to make me a medicine or an insight check, your choice.
+6? Alright. That's a 17.
Great. As you look back towards the body that's now spinning kind of in place as your gunner continues to play with this corpse, you see, rigor mortis is quite standard in most species. What does strike you is odd though, that the face is terrified. It looks scared. These things the guys were dying in space. It's a scary thing, but the thing looks terrified, locked in place. Eyes wide and gaunt. You also see the veins are kind of very clearly protruding around the neck. you've not encountered this exact species of humanoid before, so it could be quite normal, but they are quite glaringly obvious around the neck.
In the moment, I have the urge to suggest that we take this sort of specimen back to the ship so that I can sort of study it. But at the same time, there's that sort of flicker, or this sort of rush of shame about the urge to do that and what that would mean for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I look away.
Captain, is it time to crack on?
Yes.
Roger. Paprika, will you take my arm?
Yes, I will, darling. Let's do it.
Try not to focus on all of the dead bodies.
Oh, I quite like them. It's fine.
And as you drift down towards the cargo hold, you split up, heading to the bridge, heading to the engine room, heading to the med bay. I'm going to quickly roll a dice to see who we go with first. Sweet. We're going to go to the engine room first. You head, following various signage, drift down the corridors, heading down and down into the depths. You find this engine room is large. The ship is huge, nearly triple the size of your own ship. It's a mining vessel. It's built for slow, meandering travel, packed full of as much equipment as possible in terms of its ore and its storage, as it mines the many meteors of the galaxy. The engine room is vast. Everything is dead.
Any clue what they were? Do I have any idea what they were about to deliver?
From where you are right now, no, but these guys are heading towards the storage ship. You'll be able to find it. But again, it's a mining facility. You find the engine room seems to be lacking of any power, any life. What exactly are you doing?
I'm trying to get the reactor core at least on power so that we can get some better light, and then I'll navigate my way around the engine room and see if I can take any capacitors that I can take back on our ship.
You find corpses, different species. The origin seems to be unclear right now of where this ship has come from. But you drift, find a console, try to hack into it. Seems to be unresponsive. You may need to boost the actual engine core itself manually, almost like jump starting it. Do you have any abilities that allow you to do that? Any
Abilities that I can do that.
any tech abilities or anything like that? Any?
Okay, I have kind of general tech skills and kind of biotech skills.
Sweet. You want to just try and just tech it naturally?
I'll do it.
Sweet. We'll do a tech check then. DC for this is going to be a 16.
14.
14. What you do as you're trying to boost this itself, unfortunately with the 14, you can't get the engine core back online. However, with the 14, you become aware of the auxiliary power. Right. Again, much smaller and would burn much quicker, but may be able to be boosted as a way of giving the ship some extra life.
Right. I also have a mechanics kit. Is that useful?
Yeah, we assume you're using mechanic kits in this.
Okay.
With the 14 though, if you wanted to try and boost the auxiliary power, the backup generator basically, to burn quicker, but allow your comrades an easier time on the ship, that's definitely doable.
Yeah, definitely.
Sweet. Give me another tech check then.
It is 24.
24, nice. The lights flicker back on. It's not enough to get the oxygen on, but the lights flicker back on. Comms seems to become a bit more stable throughout. You already have your own personal comms, but the intercoms itself, as lights flicker, and it also gives you time. You can spend the next 15-20 minutes or so just working on the core to try and get it sorted.
Can I also check to see if there was any kind of intentional damage done to the engine
Sweet.
things? I mean,
Love that, yeah.
the distress signal.
Give me an investigation check.
It's a natural 20. I am not joking. Check the die. It's a different dice as well.
Was it?
Yeah. No, but last time I rolled the purple.
Can I have this one?
You can have it. What did he say? Key system failures and loss of power. No fuel cargo. Engines failed and the oxygen failed.
Nice.
And the scanners are faulty. I feel like there's a lot of things.
And what strikes you as incredibly odd, you walk around and there is not a single bit of damage done to this engine room. There is no reason as to why this should fail. Because of that natural 20, you also realize where you went wrong. You tried to fix this thing. It doesn't need fixing.
Right.
There's nothing you can do to fix this thing. It simply seems to just be not working. As we leave you there. So, You're heading to the bridge.
Yeah.
You come, you can see command room, crewmates, all dead. These guys have their own crewlings, all dead themselves. You can see what you assume to be some sort of captain, larger individual wearing a more official-looking uniform, locked in place, eyes bulging, veins around the neck. You can see several other crewmates just locked in place, bodies completely frozen, eyes wide, icy, pale white skin. This haunting stare as they float and spin always comes back to you. You're in the bridge, quite drunk. What are you doing?
Would I have any reason, my knowledge of Captain, to believe that she could save them?
At this point, they're too far gone. If you want to have a proper look around to see if there's any that maybe, because of their certain species. At this point, the lights flicker back on from the boosted auxiliary engines. You give me a perception check.
12.
12?
Yes.
Fair enough. As you glance around, you can see now that the comm system is boosted again, and there's like a flicking light. Bleep, bleep, bleep. And with the 12, that's all you kind of gather right now. Bleep,
I click it.
bleep. You click it. The recording starts playing. You cut away from you. You find yourself in a fully stocked med bay. 5 more trauma kits.
I assume I have some sort of pack with me to bring back.
For sure, yeah, 100%. You got like a big duffel bag that you can just shove things into.
Okay. Before I start putting everything into the pack, I'm just going to do a quick scan. I just want to assess what's in here, what's most valuable.
Sweet. Investigation or perception, your choice.
14 was it? 17.
17? Lovely. Plenty. There's plenty of stuff valuable here. You can see that there's a mining vessel stocked mostly for plasma burns from the use of the plasma drills that are on board. So there's an entire section of equipment you don't have. If you could extract the entire pod that's there, like a healing pod, that thing would be worth 20,000 credits. It's very expensive.
Might be able to pay off our dues.
100%
there.
and then some.
Okay.
Extracting it would be like a good amount of work. You need to like take it apart and stuff. At this point, the lights flick back on, and you immediately jump back as you can see like just a face that kind of pressed against the glass of one of the windows, dead face, just locked there.
Through the comms. I'm gonna say, Berlioz,
Yes, Cap.
please join me in the med bay,
On my way.
just in case I don't have the skill set.
As you wait for your comrades to join you, we head down to the storage room. This room is vast, arguably the largest room on this entire place.
Yes.
If there was sound, there would be an echo.
Can I just say my name? Paprika.
Crazy, I did not think that sound could travel and therefore echo in space.
Stop making fun of me, Big Red.
Whoa, so much stuff!
We hit the bingo.
We did it the bingo, we're going to make so many credits!
It's gonna be great.
What did you say?
I said it's gonna be great.
Oh, I thought you said, have you gone, Big Red?
No, you're right there next to me.
Oh,
You
sorry.
need to get your ears checked out.
Again, there's no sound in space, it's difficult to hear you.
But it's echoing, so you know that actually makes it more difficult.
It's
to
going
hear
to
me
be
because
great.
It's echoing so
It's
much.
going to be great. You
Yes,
see, it's
yes,
difficult. It's very close.
I agree. Right, let's see what treasure we found.
No, that's it's like personal
This is
comms.
awesome.
roll me an investigation check.
Okay. Fuck. 10.
Then you start looking throughout the various different chests. So much credits. So many credits here. This is if you can. I mean, it's your little ship couldn't even carry half of what's on this.
Okay.
But even just from a few crates of this, you're talking each crate worth maybe 100 to 500 credits, depending on if you can find a good person to flog it to. It's a lot of potential money here. As you're like looking through, Big Red is like, yes.
Have you found some good stuff?
Good.
You read? Did you die on me? What has happened? You're quiet. I know you can hear me. We had a whole conversation. Does the fur on my skin tingle or anything wrong? Or is it? He's got really quiet.
Spidey senses?
Yeah, it's my spidey sense carrying what's on fire. I go very quiet.
Only a perception check.
19.
You look. This is where Big Red was. You don't see him amongst the crates. Then you notice liquid drifting overhead. As you follow it, you see an empty case, and then a brain drifting, cold, frozen, almost blue. The lights flicker. My name is Captain Malcolm Maxwell of the Stark Harbor. If you are receiving this, don't send help. We were en route to our delivery when we encountered an unknown anomaly by the asteroid belt. Once, within range of our scanners, we encountered key systems failure and loss of power. The anomaly shifted in space, warping through the ship and appearing in our lower decks. It was as if it held us in place. We attempted to jettison our full cargo hold to lighten our load, but still our engines failed. We don't understand what caused this, but there is something here. Oxygen is failing. To our families, we love them. I need you all to roll initiative. So, as you go to leave the engine room, as you stand in the med bay, as you look around the bridge, and as you see the lifeless brain of your friend and quartermaster drifting through the air, you hear this play across the comms. We love them. A moment later, all of you feel a beeping inside your helmet as you receive a message from the ship. However, before you can listen, you watch, you don't hear. As in space, no one can hear you scream. As all of the crates erupts, and you see a swirling darkness that shifts and glows and coalesces and expands. Immediately you feel dread wash over you. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
No, not good those. Okay. 18.
18's really, really good. Not enough. As you feel your entire body tense up as you are immediately frightened of this thing, you watch as thick, inky tendrils begin to shift and move. But it's odd. It's almost like as you watch, they don't move in a rigid way or a strict way. They immediately twitch and shift and almost go negative, then return to their usual color. A shift, move, jerk, cross, and dash towards you.
Yeah.
You're able to dodge out of the way of one of them, however, one wraps itself around your leg and you immediately feel icy cold. Take 4 points of cold damage. As it wraps around your leg. You're able to yank free. It doesn't fully grab you. However, these things are shifting, twitching, almost glitching through the fabric of reality towards you. That's the end of their turn.
Yeah.
Kuusiak, you feel this distress signal coming through from the ship. You also hear the scream of Paprika coming from the lower decks. What are you doing?
I run towards Paprika.
Okie dokie. To get there, it will take you 2 rounds of full action dash. Are you doing that?
Which is the one I care about most. So.
Okie dokie. So first round of action dashing on all fours, shifting, pulling yourself down. Luckily, because there's no gravity, you're just yanking. So every 5 feet of movement counts as 15 feet of movement here. So you're pulling and pulling and pulling, but you're full dashing. Paprika, it's your turn. This thing's inking around you, glitching. You can see the central core of it all. What you're doing, you're getting the signal through. Be to play, it's a bonus action, or you can move. What you're doing?
Am I technically grappled by it?
No, this thing tried to grab you, and you're able to move away from it.
Okay. Okay. So it would be a bonus action to listen to the.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action to listen.
Okay, it plays. All of you hear this as soon as it's played.
Attention, crew. We are experiencing a disturbance in the lower decks of our ship. Could you explain what you've done? There's something on board reacting.
Voice goes dead.
Okay, and I'm frightened of this
You are.
creature? Beast?
Creature, thing, who knows? Anomaly.
Oh, that didn't help. Okay, can I cast slow?
Sure.
I'll cast slow on it.
Great. It fails, but uses its legendary resistance to succeed instead.
Okay, and I run away a little.
Okay.
How many legendary resistances?
Right, and
You don't know.
Um,
You run as you try to roll away. One of its tendrils whip out and grabs hold of you.
okay.
You take another 4 points of cold damage. As it wraps around you, this time you hear the comms in your head spark. Oh, look what I found here. You doing?
I'm still frightened.
Do you end your turn?
Is that the rest? I've done my bonus action.
Shift yourself away to the edge of the room. You've made yourself to the exit. You can see corridors leaving.
So I can still move.
Yeah.
I turn around the corner.
Okay, you move around the corner. Great. Well, now you're outside of it. Give me a wisdom saving throw with advantage because you're outside.
No, 13.
Unfortunately, you're aware of its presence behind you. As you kind of round the corner, you see various corpses down the edge, and you then watch as the corpses that have been drifting around the ship all shift and crack and break, bodies twisting, bodies twisting, bodies twisting. The one in the room with you breaks through the glass and lunges towards you. Misses as you dodge out of the way. It crashes silently into the wall behind you. We've got one coming for you and one coming for you as well. It's a natural 20 for you, unfortunately. And a miss from you. As in the engine room, you're attempting to flee. Gigi, as you are charging and leaping through, you see as one of these arms wake up and swing towards you. You duck out of the way. However, it completely taken unawares. It comes back again and catches you round the back of the head. You feel a searing pain as it seems to break in towards you, and you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. So the captain, you've been under attack in the med bay. You've been attacked there. As you're charging through the corridors, Kuusiak, another attack comes for you, but you're able to avoid it. That brings us to Gigi's turn.
Okay. The last thing I heard was Paprika's scream.
Yes.
And do I know her location?
Yes.
I'm heading that direction.
Sweet. Full action dash. You charge your way through. That brings us to the end of your turn. The captain, you're in the med bay. You're under attack. What are you doing?
Okay, can I do Jet of Flame?
You make an attack roll, a ranged tech attack roll. So.
Okay. 13.
13. A 13 to hit the corpse. Hits. Definitely roll me some damage.
9.
9. The flames erupt around the corpse, and you see it shrivels away to nothing. You kill this thing. What are you doing?
I'm going to use my movement to get to... What am I closest to in this ship? Do I know?
Right now, you are closest to the bridge. You get to the bridge in one turn of movement. You can see now, actually, as Kuusiak is like charged past you, is further down the corridor, heading towards where Paprika was.
Right.
If you wanted to head after them, you can.
Yeah, I'm going to after them.
Okay, you turn, you charge. You don't quite catch up to Kuusiak, so you've got a full dash ahead of you, but you're chasing after them as best you can.
Cool.
Captain, you've killed one. That brings us to top of the round. You're there, back against the outer corridor of the room where you first encountered this encroaching darkness. Paprika, your mask itself is starting to fog up from your panicked breath. You're there, you kind of close your eyes, praying for a miracle. You feel as something shifts behind you, and you look, and this thing seems to be seeping through the walls. You can see as the wall itself seems to shift, almost like phase out of reality as it passes through.
Oh no, why are you coming for me? What are you? Don't like this.
Oh dear.
This ship was meant to be empty.
You take 23 points of damage.
Okay. Okay.
And you are now grappled as two of the tendrils wrap around you. I see that you found what you've been looking for. Yes, well, I have to say, I'm afraid that I'm a little bit more than you could bargain for. That's the end of its turn. Kuusiak.
If I dash, is that an action? Is that my
Yes,
whole
action to dash. Yeah. If you full action dash now, you'll arrive just at the end of the corridor.
Yeah.
So for the next turn, you're involved in the fight.
Right, I'll do that.
You charge, dashing as best you can.
Paprika!
Do you land? You got a bonus action.
Bonus action. I see Paprika and I start beating my stomach through my suit. Eyes bulge red.
Lovely jubbly. That brings us to Paprika's turn.
Okay. Right. Okay, I steady my breathing and I will focus on all the dust particles around me, and I will use Ideal of the Contender
Okay.
to use my charisma modifier to break free from the grapple.
I fucking love that. Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
So give me a charisma.
It's a bonus action, so I guess it's still an action to break free of the grapple, right?
Sure.
Is it?
It's an action, but it's you're
I'm
using
using
your
my
charisma
bonus
modifier.
action to help.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It is. Yeah. So you've got to beat a 15. Well, cat hiss.
What am I doing? Charisma modifier.
Yep.
An 11.
11.
It's an 11.
You try and break free of this thing.
It's okay. I want to be close to you. It's fine.
We've got a couple more attacks coming for you, GG.
Okay. It sucks.
Both attacks miss you though, as you're kind of fleeing engineering at this point, heading out. Two more of them reach out to grab you, GG. You're able to shrug them off, drawing your weapon as you continue to charge. That brings us to your turn. Double dash. You arrive. Actually, you were in the engineering. You don't need to double dash. You move. You round the corner, and you're kind of opposite ends of the corridor now. So you've got Paprika in the middle, held by this creature. You can see your raging gunner friend, and then as you round the corner, you can be within melee of this.
And I look rough.
Okay.
Or terrified and rough.
Okay, yeah. So then I will start off by bonus action, the way of Volkskur.
Nice.
I hope I pronounced that right. Vornskur. Now that bonus action, I can take a savage stance, designating one creature that I can see that's within 10 myself as my prey.
Great.
For 1 minute. Now I have advantage on attack rolls against this creature, and if they drop to 0, which they may not, then I can use a bonus action to mark a new creature. So I've designated this thing as my prey, and I swing my blade.
Nice. As you leap through the air, your blade shimmering to life. 2 attacks. Go for it.
I'll roll again because I have advantage, but 26.
Cool. Are you using any psi points to turn this into a more powerful strike?
I will do that.
Okay, before you, do you want to roll your second attack as well?
Okay. My second attack, 21.
Sweet. Both hit.
Both hit.
Are you spending psi points on both of them?
I will spend 4, 2 on each.
2 on each, lovely. So that's 4d6 plus 4d8 plus your strength modifier times 2. So you'll be adding 8 to whatever it is you roll right now.
32 plus 8,
40 points of damage. Nice. You leap through the air, feline agility kicking in, the blade ripples, you focus your mind on this thing, and as you do, you feel the vibration increasing your sword, you bring it down in 2 strikes, you are freed from that. 40 points of damage, you slice the tendrils, you watch as it seems to withdraw slightly through the metal shielding back into the room. Now,
GG.
as you slice into this thing, you look at it and you see that as you cut into it, the tendrils start to almost immediately begin to reform.
Even with the so energy damage is not.
It does again. It's hurt. It's done more damage, but clearly this thing is tough. This thing it takes a lot more than that.
From seeing that, do I determine what kind of creature it is or what kind of?
Roll me a investigation check with advantage.
Okay, 22.
22. You carve into the thing, you watch it withdraw, and you understand immediately.
Right.
That this thing is beyond you. You understand this because this thing has been beyond you your entire life.
Oh, it's the same material as.
You see as this shimmering, shifting, completely without shape or description or definition, this anomaly looks like a far larger, far more dangerous, far more alive version of the thing that you have in your ship.
Okay, from that, do I know how to kill it? From those thousands of experiments, have I seen any way that it's kind of been damaged?
The only thing you can think to do, run away.
Okay, I think we see. Run. If I can just scream, run.
That brings us to Captain. You hear this come through the comms, this run.
When he says run, do I understand that to mean toward where we entered?
As in, yeah.
Okay, great. So, I'm going to take off running.
Okay, full movement gets you to the edge. You action dashing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You leap through space, land into the airlock of your ship. Do you enter straight away, or do you want to wait for everyone to arrive?
No, I'm going to enter straight away because we want to get the ship ready to go.
That's your full turn. It gets you inside.
Wait, you heard that there's something on our ship too?
As the
Shout, in my lab.
you try to listen into the panic kind of kicking in, you can't understand, and you just hear "in my lab."
Okay.
That's your turn.
What?
The darkness turns towards all three of you.
If we give it back to the thing, then it'll leave us alone.
First attack coming at you.
No.
That's a natural 20.
No.
First, second attack coming at you.
Gigi.
That's a natural 19. And third attack coming towards you. Oh yeah, thank you. And that's a natural 18. So we have a natural 20 coming for Paprika. We have a natural 19 heading to Gigi, and Kuusiak. That's a natural 18 coming at you. They're all going to hit. So first of all, I'm going to do the damage for you, Gigi.
Can I use my reaction to disperse force?
What does that do?
This power absorbs damage from a certain incoming attack, lessening its effect on me and disrupting it throughout my body, and then I have resistance to the damage type until the start of my next turn.
Amazing.
And I also gain 5 temporary hit points to potentially absorb the attack.
Amazing. So you take 11 points of bludgeoning reduced to 5.
And then I get my 5.
You do.
So then I just don't
So
touch.
nothing.
Towards you, Kuusiak. You're raging now, aren't you?
Yeah, what
11 reduced to 5. So you take 5 points of damage, and we have a crit.
crit against me?
We take 23 points of damage. Paprika.
I mean, I'm definitely down.
As you flee back to the ship, you hear as Paprika's comms goes completely dead. The two of you watch as she is engulfed. And as her limp body is engulfed, whatever this thing gains access to her comms. You all hear the voice. You are fleeing from the inevitable. You don't understand what's going on. Everything here, everything here was made so you could see the truth. I was brought to you. Don't you see? You're asleep. You're all asleep. I'm gonna help you. Wake up. And I need the two of you to make me wisdom saving throws. 19.
11.
11. The fear kicks in as you watch as Paprika's body is engulfed and you lose sight of it.
Right. We're both frightened of it.
And 19 fails. 19 just fails. You're both frightened. You cannot move closer towards it.
Can't even save.
Paprika, you watch as she is engulfed by the darkness.
Can't attack it either.
You have disadvantage on attacks to it, but you can't move closer towards it. It's now moving. It's moving closer towards you, Gigi, as it moves and shifts in your direction.
Right.
That is the end of its turn. So yeah.
Frightened by me.
You can't move closer towards it. You have disadvantage on attack rolls against it,
So it's not. I can't get close enough to it to hit.
unless you've got any range attacks. Things you want to throw. You watch as Paprika is engulfed. You heard the order to run. You know the ship is kind of directly out through the wall to your left.
Paprika. Is there anything around me that I can find to like snap off and throw at it?
There's like pipes and stuff. I'm trying to snap off a pipe. And
Would I be able to communicate with him at all?
in this previous moment, yeah, if you want to shout something out, yeah.
I give you an energy core. Use it as a bomb.
Paprika has it.
I do have it.
Paprika does have it.
Great.
Doesn't do anything when that gets engulfed by it.
You can't see Paprika.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on. You don't know that she could still be there.
She could still be there. In that case, I take out my family heirloom and I launch it towards the thing.
Okie dokie. Give me an attack roll. Disadvantage. Which family heirloom is this?
It's my right vibro weapon.
Nice.
Disadvantage 19.
19. Sinks in.
Brother!
It doesn't hit.
What?
Paprika hits the creature. You've got another attack. If you want to give it, you've got your other sword. If you want to throw your sword, disadvantage. Your final sword, your final vibro blades towards.
The first one misses. I just see a flash of Paprika. Brother. I just launch with my lower left limb the second attack. My second weapon. 13.
Flies by. You throw these, they sink into the blackness. Roll damage for your first one, so roll me whatever your damage is.
10.
10.
Paprika! Paprika!
Do you run?
No.
Okay, you stay where you are. That brings us to the end of Kuusiak's turn. Paprika, give me a death saving throw. In the inky darkness of this thing.
That's an 18.
It's a success. That brings us to Gigi.
Can I use a bonus action to throw my flask of Brunk's brew towards this creature?
Yeah.
With the understanding that it's moonshine,
Explosive.
pure alcohol, highly flammable. I throw it right towards the edge of this creature, so just kind of just below it. And then I fire my first attack of shock, which ignites the flammable, kind of creating fire around this creature.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see if that will do any damage to it.
You throw it up in the air. The liquid just sits there. There is no gravity. You ignite it. There is an explosion, which you see through the airlock of your ship. On the ship, what are you doing?
He told me to go to his lab. I'm going straight to the lab.
You go to the lab. You find this small, black and green and silvery white shifting thing. You've never seen it before. You see a glass container shattered as it just flickers there.
And just because I forget, when you tried to touch it physically, it does something to you that's very negative, right?
You don't know?
You wouldn't know.
You don't know?
Save the
Oh, like,
critics.
we don't know about it. Okay.
The comms around you flicker on. You seem... You seem confused, dear. You seem lost. Is everything okay? Would you like to know what it is that you're fighting for? Would you like to know what comes after? What comes next? You are here looking for answers. Answers. It's all you've ever wanted is answers. Answers. It's all you've ever asked for. Don't worry so much, little one. It's okay. I can help you. Show you. You could wake up. See the light. Join me.
Hive mind.
Okay. I can't move this thing. I can't destroy this thing. Okay. And if I join you, will you spare my crew?
Don't worry. They'll be waiting for you.
Oh, God.
Okay. Is there anything in the lab that's sort of like an airlock to the outside?
This is in the center of the ship.
Okay, through the comms, can I, no, co-pilot is down too. Oh, but the crewlins are still around, right? Okay,
They're just kind of looking at the doorway, looking at you scared.
this is mean, but
Oh, no.
crewlin 24 and crewlin 35.
Mama?
Dispose of this item. Just want to say that.
Roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Cruel. I know, I'm so cold.
He's a cat.
Disadvantage, oh, one was a nat 20. Persuasion 12 plus. Darn it, nothing, 12.
The crewlings are all kind of gathered around, look at each other, and vanish.
I don't begrudge them that at all. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna run back out as far as I can get toward the exit, because I'm hoping if I can get close enough to you, I can balance you out so you don't die.
You get back and you look at the viewing platform and you just see a ship exploded with no sign of your crew. You look out across the bridge, you see the co-pilot sat in its usual spot. You see broken bits of rubble drifting through the sky, and you see somehow darker against the darkness of space, that anomaly in the ruins of the broken ship. The droid's head turns to look at you.
Captain, what's wrong? You seem lost.
Are any of the communication systems open? Not for my crew, but elsewhere. You know,
Give me a tech check.
13.
13. Trying to flick some switches. Everything's to be on.
Okay. I'm going to record and send a message to my kids.
Oh.
This will be my last communication to you both. I've learned much as your mother, and I regret that we have not been able to spend the last several years together at home. But your father has done an excellent job raising you both to fine young people, and I know he will continue. There is much about my past I have not shared with you, and one day when you're older and you can understand, your father will share it all with you. I've written a letter to you both. Your father has one for each of you. I tried very hard to get back to you. But I failed. Goodbye.
You feel a hand on your shoulder, and you turn, expecting to see the co-pilot. Instead, you see a figure of inky black, humanoid in shape, but it twists and shifts and forms and is impossible to truly comprehend. You feel fear. You feel an understanding, an acceptance. Don't worry. They'll be with you soon. As it holds you in an embrace, and darkness engulfs you in a field of endless blue. It's peaceful. All of you floating forever in this space. What does that word really mean? And you wake up. That's the end of the session.
What?
Yes.
Wait. Absolutely
oh
not.
my god. That was so intense.
Amazing. Amazing.
Did you party kill or not? I can't tell.
You've been listening to Defenders of the Dicey-Verse, starring Natalie Kimmerling, Kenton Thomas, Rebecca Weiss, Domonic Ramsden, and me, Jack Simpson. Theme song Verse to Verse by Rebecca Weiss and Ruari Metcalfe. Character art by Damia Jarvis. Logo by Natalie Kimmerling. Additional music provided by Fesliyan Studios. And that brings our pilot to an end. Thanks for listening, guys. Tune in 2 weeks for a Dicey-Verse dive, where we'll jump into the making of the first episodes, the podcast on a whole, and where exactly we'll be going from here. Thanks for listening. See you soon.